I'm asking you to, and because it's not private.
Are you trespassing?
Yes.
her?
If you want, I can. You want me to arrest you?
Excuse you?
You want me to arrest you for trespassing?
Is this a law?
This is an office. This is not public space.
Is that a
Yes, and you're about to
lawful?
get arrested.
Is that a lawful command?
It is a lawful command to step out of this private space.
All right, so
This
we'll
is an
step out of the
employee's
office and we'll wait for your supervisor then. Who's
I
your
am a
supervisor?
I'm the sergeant.
Obviously not
So why
doing
did you put
it.
your
Obviously
hands
not
on me
doing a
then?
good job.
So if you want to stay what's considered public to the
You like
to the
assaulting
public,
women?
Why'd you put
Is that
your
what you
hands
like?
on us?
Yeah, so I got the other side of the story. I got your guys, I got their side. So here's basically what's happening. That door should be identified and it's not. That's a mistake on the city. That's gonna be rectified.
All right, thank you for correcting that.
Holy smokes, is that video crazy? So we walk into a public office on a door that's not marked unauthorized personnel or no access. It's open inside of a public meeting room. Sergeant Stewart's first reaction is to go up to Bananarana without understanding or knowing what the law is as far as trespassing in a public place, to grab her, physically assault her, and then trespass her under the threat of arrest. Who would have thought that the activists were right, though? Great job on the chief of police for coming in and clarifying that the sergeant was wrong. It was not properly marked. At the time we were in it, it was public. We were not able to be trespassed, and the city made a mistake. The sergeant assaulted her, the chief made it right, and Lieutenant Hayes did a good job. Complaint was filed. Watch the video to the end, subscribe to Bananarana, and that's the reason I stopped you today. Are you guys really surprised, though, that we were right and the cop was wrong? What's going on, guys, with the California City Hall in California City, California with Bananarana. As we pulled up, we had this guy parked here. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like a big Chevy Tahoe is going to burn any gas.
Right.
I wonder if I'm allowed to look inside the car.
Bet you left it unlocked too.
And you know what's funny? The police station's right behind us. He didn't have to drive.
No, he didn't have to drive. He just wanted to.
What do you think? Should we go in or should we wait for him to come out? It's windy as hell. Well, let's go in. See what they're up to. Could be violating away. Let's grab me some pizza. Oh, you go. Let's grab inside. Get some pizza. Nice pizza.
How's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Good, man.
What kind of pizza you get?
I have no idea.
Surprise! Oh, Costco got good pizza. I like Costco
Probably
pizza.
combination, a cheese, a pepperoni.
We kept an eye on your cruiser, make sure no one took it for a spin.
Yeah, you left it on.
How you doing?
Cop was very.
He got pizza. He's happy.
Well, no, he was wondering why I didn't hold the door open for him when he was holding the pizza. You should have seen his face.
Because I would have wanted to eat the pizza. So as soon as he went to grab the door, I could try to get the pizza.
Oh, look, ooh, the council chambers looks nice. Oh, look, good puppy. Poor dog. Oh, it looks nice in here. Oh, look. Candy for the kids.
Hard at work.
California City Hall Council Chambers.
There's a separation between church and state, and the first thing you see when you walk up to the podium is "In God We Trust." I love the fallacies that like government is. What's this place? No, it's home.
I don't know, but there's an arrow. It says you could. No, you can
Huh?
go in there.
I can't go in an open. I can't go in an open door.
No, I know, but
That's
that's
silly.
my office. Can you get away from there, please? Are you
I'm just.
Yes, please.
Don't touch me.
No, I'm
Why
not
are you
touching you.
touching him?
No, I'm not touching you.
You
You
just
just
my
in
arm.
and trying to guide him out.
no. I need you guys to step
Then
away
you
from.
should have
It's a-
closed the door.
It's a public office, right?
Public office.
And there's literally a sign, an arrow that says one way that points in here.
Are you worried because it's really messy in here? Is that
No,
what's
it's
going
just I
on?
have private documentation.
Then
Well, I'm not here
you
for your
should
private
privacy.
documents.
It
I'm just
is
taking
really
a
messy.
look around. It's just a
Can
nice
you-
building.
Can you walk out, please?
Nice
I'm not-
building,
I'm-
messy
I
office.
still gotta
Can
take
you
a
walk
couple
out?
more pictures. I will in a second. I just gotta finish my pictures.
It's a public office.
I mean, there's no signs. There'd be signs that said like, we can't
Sorry,
be in
but
here.
this is- I'm respectfully asking you.
And
know,
I'm
I'm-
respectfully declining, but thank
Yeah,
you
it's
so
a public
much.
office. I mean, so look, there's a sign over there, so it's pretty clear you can't go down that door. Why wouldn't there be a sign right here, right?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And the door was open.
Yeah, the door's open.
It
There's,
says one way.
there's an arrow
There's
that
an arrow telling us to go this
points
way.
into the door.
Okay.
You don't grab
silly.
people because you don't like what they're
I didn't
doing.
grab
This
you.
does
Oh, you
have
touched
a-
me.
You
I
did
didn't.
touch him.
Come
No,
on.
I
I was
mean,
trying
the
to get
camera
by.
doesn't line
I
up.
was trying to get by.
You were trying to guide him out
I
the door.
was trying to get by
It's
him
okay.
so I can-
Technicalities, but
No,
that's okay. It's okay. This office has potential to be beautiful.
No, nobody's asking for your opinion about my
I
office.
can give my opinion.
No, but nobody's asking
You
for
don't
it.
have to ask for
Can
it.
you
I'm still
please
gonna
step
give
away?
it though.
I don't know. I don't understand why you're being so disrespectful to me by
I'm not
coming
being
into my office,
disrespectful.
coming into my space.
You touched him.
It's
No,
this is
I
this
don't
is this is the
touch
people's
anyone. I did not
office.
touch
This is
you.
a pub. This is the
I feel
people's
like
office. You
should
serve the
please
people.
Step away.
If anyone
Yeah,
seems
if we could just-
disrespectful,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, we could if we wanted to, but the door's open. It's a public office. There's no restricted access, and there's a sign that points into it. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand that you would like us to not enter, but there's nothing prohibiting us from entering.
Did
which
you
is,
have a meeting with her?
No, I had a meeting with. I had a meeting. I had
It's
a.
a public building.
Yeah, this serves the people. It's a people's building.
And
It's
If
a
it was
people's
for
office.
employees only, there definitely should be some signage stating so. But this is connected to the council chambers
why are
where
you
people
here?
are dressed.
Because we feel like being here, and we also don't feel like answering questions. So we gave you 2 freebies.
We did.
Okay, so what's the purpose of you
For me.
hanging out?
No,
And I
yeah.
gave you a freebie. Again.
They're just
Okay.
I have no idea. They're just recording.
Yeah, they came in an open door. There's
They're
literally.
just walking in and just started
I
recording.
mean, what is your position
and
here,
then I try to come
ma'am?
in
I'm
here.
the acting city manager, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just trying to find
So,
out.
a question: if
why
there's an
you're
open
here.
door and an arrow pointing to it, do you think that would be a restricted door?
Well,
In normal
it
life,
would all depend on what your purpose is.
in
to
everyday
come
life,
here.
have you come into a public building, right? You're not in any. You see an open
Yes,
door with
and
an
these
arrow
are,
pointing.
These are the chambers, so this isn't.
Right. So, but what would you think if you're in any public building, you see an open door
Well, I
and
would
an arrow
probably
pointing
go
to
the
it?
front and ask.
You'd ask if you can walk through an open door.
if I can walk in and speak to someone.
Isn't it?
You would ask permission to be able to walk through.
There's an
For your
arrow.
intent. For your
There's an arrow. My intent. But here's the thing: we the people own this building. We have more right and access to it than city employees do.
So then ask what you need to ask.
We didn't need to ask anything. We came in the door to get pictures. We were in. There was no one in here. We just came in to get a picture of the interior of the building and see what it looked like. She was not in here, so we came in. Then she came in, and everyone came storming over like stormtroopers, telling us we can't be in an open door.
Day, she's guiding him out of the office with her hands, just pushing him out of the office.
Let me go get somebody. I'll be right back. Okay, excuse me.
I already got someone that's coming.
Okay, perfect.
Well, it's obviously not an emergency because they're not here yet.
Yeah, they were. They came faster for the pizza.
And they left the car running because they were trying
They
to
came
get
for a
him out.
pepperoni, but not a city
Usually how they
car.
leave the car.
Yeah, but see, then that's.
It's a Chevy Tahoe. What do you think the gas mileage is on that? I mean, I understand
Taxpayers are paying for that gas.
we're paying for the gallon on that.
It's kind of silly.
It kind of pushes them faster so they can get to the car.
No, that's so leaving the car on pushes them faster. How does that make sense?
Yeah,
They came for pizza.
I'm not gonna.
And I don't think they were worried about being swift.
You know what I would do though? I'd definitely print up a sign or something that says that you want this to be unauthorized access, You know, just like private office is not a public place. I'd also get rid of the arrows on the floor.
Right.
Because you got me all confused. Like, is an entry an exit now?
I don't know.
Like, is a green light a red light?
It's clear as day. There's an arrow saying one way.
A green light is a red light now.
Yeah, but we really can't leave because I'm pretty sure they called the cops. Right? No, we can't.
Is Victor here?
The cops, we have to wait until they get here. So it's. I can wait here. You called them.
Is Victor Ponto here?
No, he's not here.
Does he have an office inside City Hall, or is he like just contracted third party?
He is not. He does not have an office at City Hall, but he'll be tonight's meeting.
Oh, the meeting's tonight?
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
I
great.
think we should definitely come to the meeting.
Yeah. Wait, but so a public meeting for the public, open to the public, it's going to happen right here where your office is private.
Not in my office.
Because then you would create privacy by closing the door, right?
Just so you know, I got to your office by following the arrows.
We followed the arrows. We did exactly what the arrows were telling us to do, man.
You don't stop at a
I'm
green light, do
so sorry
you?
that I accidentally stepped out of my office and left the door open.
No, you didn't, ma'am.
No.
Don't apologize.
You don't need to apologize.
Ma'am, you didn't, but you didn't, ma'am, you didn't, you don't need to apologize. That's silly. You didn't leave your office. You left my office.
In a way, kind of
You left
harassing
my
me because
office.
you're recording me.
Oh my God, is that what it is?
Well, it is
Oh,
kind of
recording is disrespectful.
But I'm not putting my camera on you. I'm not trying to be rude to you or do anything.
Well, that wouldn't be rude.
I'm
I mean,
just
it's a
asking you to
camera.
just step away from the office. You can wait in the
Aren't
lobby.
there cameras?
But why can't I come into my office?
Nobody is. This is not your.
Whose
Yes,
office is it?
This is the city clerk's
She
office.
Oh, this is the
called it
people's
her
office. It was your
She
office.
did.
City clerk's office. The city clerk. I'm currently the city clerk, so right now it is. It is the people. Exactly. Right. The people I'm going to do my job and not be bothered by.
We were literally, what did she say?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I don't want this to be a problem. So we're wasting the taxpayers' money. We did that as soon as you got hired, ma'am.
You're saying, oh, that's very disrespectful. Again, not being mean.
I'm sorry. No, you're telling us you're limiting our access to a public office.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Is there anything I can help you with?
No, thank you.
You just want to hang out? Normally.
Well, no, now we're just waiting
now
because
we're
you said the
waiting
police were
because
coming.
She said the police were coming.
So now we have to wait for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for them. We would have been in and out. We just literally there was no. So we came in, we took a picture. Oh, this is nice, and we turn around and walk out. But by the time I turned around, she was touching my elbow, and quickly everyone else was here. I mean, but I guess it's because it's rude to film, is what she was saying to us.
Well, and normally this door doesn't have access. Normally.
We don't want to take away from your pizza. Came back already?
Right? Or if
You guys gotta be outside the door if you want to.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's no unauthorized access. It is a public office, and there's literally arrows pointing to the door. So we just explained that to her. So we're only here now because we were waiting for you. She said she called the police. But just like so.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So the other office
except
has
for
a.
She almost assaulted him, but.
Yeah, she touched my elbow. Well, I'll live. But no, I'm good right here.
No, I'm
Thanks,
good
Sarah.
right here. I'm
But
fine to
there's a sign in there that says no unauthorized access. Like it says you can't enter. So of course we wouldn't enter there.
You're
But
actually breaking the law, so just please step over here for a second.
I'm breaking the law.
How
You
is-
can't be past that doorway.
there's no trespassing
It says
signs
one way,
posted.
go this
There's
way.
literally
You're
arrows
in an
pointing
office.
into the
You're
office.
in the actual office of an employee of the city hall. That is not public space, okay?
It
It's
was
considered-
public space.
It's
Yes,
not
YouTube
was,
or
it's
what?
not. I'm telling
sorry?
you it's not.
YouTube, TikTok, what is it for?
Take the what?
What is it for recording?
So we can talk, but you got
Oh,
to get
for me,
stuff
I'm
out of the
just-
office.
Why?
Creating.
Because I'm asking you to, and because it's not private.
Are you
it's not
trespass?
public.
Are you trespassing
Yes,
her?
if you want, I can. You want me to arrest you?
asking, excuse you?
You want me to arrest you for trespassing?
Trespass
Is
not
this a law?
This is an office. This is
that-
not public space.
Is that
Yes,
a
and you're about to
lawful?
get arrested.
Is that a lawful command?
It is a lawful command to step out of this private space.
All right,
This
so
is
we'll
an
step out of the
employee's
office and we'll wait for your supervisor then. Who's
I
your
am a
supervisor?
I'm the sergeant.
Obviously
Why-
not
so why
doing
did you
it.
put your
Obviously
hands
not
on
doing
me
a good
then?
job.
So if you want to stay what's considered public to the
You like
the
assaulting
public,
women?
Why'd you put
Is that
your
what you
hands
like
on
doing?
me?
No, that's you making it up.
Buddy, I'm twice your
allowed
size,
to.
man.
Okay,
right?
so
Like,
what does that mean?
What I'm
do you
saying
say?
is like don't try and intimidate people.
I'm not trying to
What is
intimidate
it? What does this say?
I'm just telling you
What
to
does this
follow
say?
along.
What does this say?
Why are you guys so upset?
Because
What does
you're
that
giving
say?
me demands.
It says one way.
And what is it? An arrow,
That doesn't
right?
say
Do you
public
do you
space.
stop at a green light? What says it's not public? Is
MJ.
there a sign on the door? Where's your
Real quick,
sign?
Is this public space? Are they allowed to be in this area?
Normally, no, this is closed.
Oh,
Yes.
this is where they have the public meetings. Yeah.
So we're gonna get employees only here to.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's
So this
exactly how you do
technically
it.
is private, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you want
And
them
open-
arrested?
You need to do whatever you.
The city council chambers is did now. So now this is public, is private as well. The city council hall chambers.
Is it common for you to put your hands on citizens?
Yes, if I have to ask them to, or if I'm gonna arrest them, it is very common.
You
So
were gonna
if you
arrest
would've-
me for
yes,
what?
I was, for
No, I
trespassing.
said for what?
For trespassing.
Yeah,
okay?
but you were gonna arrest me
For
before you trespassed
trespassing.
me.
For trespassing. I was gonna arrest you.
For
Which means
trespassing.
I can now detain you, which means me physically getting control of you
You
and
hadn't
putting
given
handcuffs
me a
on you.
warning,
Okay?
nothing.
I don't have to
He
give you a
asked to
warning.
move and you didn't.
I asked you several times. As a matter of fact, why don't you look
You
at
did
your
not
cameras?
say I was trespassed.
Why
You
don't you
asked
look at
me
your
to
cameras?
move.
I said to step out of the private office. Okay, we're gonna
That's
go back
not
and
a
forth with this.
trespass.
Sergeant.
That
Just
is
make sure that
not a
this is
trespass.
public.
And
This
so
is public. You know what?
unlawfully.
You know why it's public? Because there's a city hall council meeting here tonight that's open to the public. You know why it's
Is the
public?
council meeting now?
It's tonight. You know what else she said?
now?
She
Answer
just
my
told.
question
She just
now.
told us it was public.
Is it now?
She told us this was
I'm
public.
sorry, is the meeting
She told us
now?
this was
So you don't
public.
even want to answer your own question?
I don't know when the
Is it
meeting is.
now?
I don't know when it is.
Is it now?
I don't know when it is.
You said it's tonight. Tonight is not now.
Yeah, I don't know when it is.
Okay,
Here we
so
go. Here we
is
go.
the meeting now?
Here we go. Are you the chief? Hi. How's it going, man?
Good. Your First Amendment?
Yeah, just taking a look around the building. Listen, man, I don't know what his issue is, right? Because as far as people that do what we do, we're not the aggressive yelling type. But to come in and start grabbing on people, there's nothing on that sign. I understand you're just getting here, so you're not up. You might not have an idea what's going on, what's been happening. But that sign, that door has no sign that says it's unauthorized access. It has no sign that says it's personnel only. It's part of a public area that she just told us was public 2 seconds ago. The issue is not, is this room public?
office? It's an office.
You're just saying, listen, you just said
It's an
this room
office.
is private as well.
No, I asked about the room.
So there's also arrows pointing into the room. When we entered, following all the way up to the door, when we entered the room, there was no one inside. And she told us that it was a private office, and we told her that it's not marked private, it's not unauthorized. So then at that point, your sergeant felt that it was absolutely necessary to come in, threaten, arrest, and put his hands on a woman.
No, it wasn't a threat. It was gonna be arrested for being in a private
But
office.
you didn't
Is it
tell
'cause
me
you-
it's
I
a
did.
private
Because
office.
you're being
I
that's
actually
public.
a
told
tough
you
guy.
to
Just
step
admit
out
it
of the
was
private
public.
office.
And then she said
I
that-
told you to step out
That is
of
not
the
a
private
And then
office.
what did she agree to
Yes,
do
it is.
afterwards? Since the room wasn't properly marked, now they're going to put up signs stating that it's employees only, that they do not want the public to have access, which means that
avoid
it was
confusion.
understandable. So she's
If you hold your camera up and down, it gets a better picture.
No, it doesn't. This is much better.
Doesn't, and you're really.
I won't tell you how to
telling me
police. Don't tell. Listen, I won't tell you how to police. Don't tell me how to public.
So
All right.
let's sit down and what we're gonna do.
His behavior is unacceptable. If you guys consider this a private area where that office is, that's fine. We can go through that. We can have that conversation. They didn't know.
Not in the office, though.
Oh my God.
It's
We're not
not.
gonna have that conversation in the office.
It's not marked no trespassing.
Okay, but he advised you that it was.
No,
Okay, but you
after the
can't
fact, he put his hands
without
on me.
without probable
step out of
cause.
That is
You don't
not,
wanna listen.
you didn't say it was a lawful.
I
com-
did.
No, you
Yes,
did
I
not.
did.
After
Without
you put your hands
probable
on me.
cause that a
There
million.
is probable cause. You're in a
There's no
private
ordinance
office.
violation or misdemeanor for
None.
going into a public place.
Trespassing is a misdemeanor.
It was a.
But
public
it's not
place.
marked as a
That's an
private
office.
It
place.
was not marked.
That is an
No, it
office.
was not marked private.
Is your house marked private property?
Yes,
Excuse you?
it's got a
Does it say
private
private on
property
the door?
sign
That is not-
right in front. I have a
Okay,
private
'cause I can
property
tell you right now,
sign.
there's many people's house don't have that. Doesn't mean I can.
And then
walk
my
in the
two
house.
trained dogs would attack you as soon
Okay,
as you
but the
walk
point-
right
the
on the
point is the
property.
point
It
you're
would
trying to
also
make
be,
doesn't-
no, it would
doesn't
also be
hold
my
up.
This is
personal
public.
house. This is public.
This is a public space
A
out here.
crime, misdemeanor,
office.
or an ordinance
building.
violation
An
has
employee's
to have
office is
taken
not
place.
public space.
Unless
not a
stated,
public
unless
space.
stated, yes.
It
You
has
guys
to.
that like to do this stuff should know better.
Let's use common sense here.
It is
Yeah,
common
let's
sense.
let's
A
go ahead.
private
Yeah, go ahead.
office. What? Did
I said go ahead.
you say let's bet?
No, I said let's go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Like you
I'm
see, you were
sorry.
trying to
I'm
talk. I was We're trying to have a civil discussion. He doesn't know how to do what I
This guy
do.
puts hands on people and then tries to have a conversation after.
Yeah, you do, right?
I understand
Okay,
what you're saying.
we'll get you a
that This
badge.
is a public building.
And it's a public space.
Let him.
Private
Go ahead,
workspace
Captain.
and office
Lieutenant.
space is not a public space. It's not some place that is generally used for the public, nor is it generally accessed by the public.
So it's normally what, marked?
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
necessarily, as the sergeant was saying, your home may be, but most homes are not signed private property, no trespassing.
They are
all that.
private.
It's just assumed it's a private space.
Well,
right?
assumptions make assholes out of everybody.
True.
Especially Sergeant Stewart.
Let's not do that.
But to be honest with you,
Let's
I
not
have
be
That's my freedom of
I'm not
speech.
being antagonistic. It's my
Freedom of
freedom of
speech.
speech, and it's the truth. I speak the
And
truth.
at this
See,
point, I was
freedom
calling
of
him
speech
sir,
and
but he's
being an
big.
antagonist is two totally
I'm
different.
not. If I was being an antagonist, I'd be yelling and screaming, man.
Okay, well,
I can
you're
do
calling
that.
someone an asshole.
No,
that's-
he's a pig.
I would.
See,
That's
we
not
are
a.
again.
That's not a distinction of
touched
the
me.
job.
He
though.
touched me
You're trying to
unlawfully,
get
so
a rise
I'm
out of
good.
No, what I'm
Well,
telling you.
there's no
So,
reason for it.
so I have probably been in, and this is not an exaggeration. Over 1,000 city or town halls across the country, Chamber of Commerce places, right? Never have I ever walked into a city building where there was an office that was not open to the public, that was not marked that it was unauthorized access, no trespassing.
And that's something that we
Second,
may need to
if
look
we
at.
went into one of those offices, which we've had, and I have a pending case going on against a police officer right now who is currently suspended for doing exactly what you did. The law is very, very clear and upheld in Supreme Court that you can give a trespass notice. However, we need to first be trespassing. And by stepping into an office that's not clearly marked, that has clear verbiage towards an egress, that is not grounds for a
One way does not make
trespass.
it
Had I grabbed you the way that he grabbed me a few minutes ago, I would be in cuffs.
I don't know. I wasn't.
Grab my arm just like this.
Yep, I did.
Wasn't under
After I
arrest at the
told you
time,
several times
nothing.
to step out of the private
Unlawful
office.
commands.
How is it an unlawful
Unlawful.
command?
That is-
That's
that- at
what
that
that's what we
point,
talk
it was
about law,
public.
man. That's what we talk about law. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, you need to read the Supreme Court's ruling on this.
Okay, but that still doesn't change the
It's a
fact that
clear
private
egress.
office.
It is. It's an egress. The way that it's not.
It's an
First of all,
office.
it's not marked. So we have component number one.
Again,
right?
private homes are not marked. That doesn't mean you
Ignorant
can go in the
hog.
house.
This is a public building. So as far as the Supreme Court has ruled on this issue, right? Number one, it's a public building. Okay. Number two, the door is open. Number three, there is no marked
That's a
or
private
clear.
office.
There are no to make it so. There are no. I'm telling you, the Supreme Court. You want to try and keep interrupting me?
No,
Because I'm just
trying-
telling you what
because
the
you're
Supreme
making up your
Court's
own
ruled.
stuff, but it makes no
No.
difference.
I'm not making it
No,
up.
this
Look
is
how many
fact.
people got arrested on January 6th going into a public building.
What
Look
they-
how many of those folks got arrested for walking into offices.
Okay, there's
They're
a
now
difference.
facing
That was
federal
different.
charge.
That
No,
was
it's not.
completely-
This-
no, it
They
was
walked into
completely
a
different.
public building.
Was the building
went into an
closed? Was the
office,
building closed?
Wasn't
Was
marked,
the
wasn't
building
marked
closed?
private.
The
No,
building
it
was
wasn't.
closed.
It was
The
not.
building
was
was
closed.
Yes.
The point is,
It was
you know what
closed
you're
for
doing. You're in a
operation.
private
Ignorant
office.
pig.
Well, I thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wouldn't respond because I
So
don't do
what are we
that.
doing
did
from here?
respond.
What
No,
are we doing
not
from
like
here
you
on?
do.
I think we're waiting for the chief. He said he was coming back.
I think
So
he was
we're-
checking with the city manager to see what she wanted to do from this point on.
I
As far
think
as
that you
where
should
we're
read
at
up.
right now,
Is it
I-
policy to just grab people without arresting them at the time?
I was going to arrest you,
You were
until
gonna.
you stepped out.
You were gonna. You
And
didn't
then you
place
stepped
me
out
under
once I
arrest.
told you were
You
trespassing.
didn't say there was a trespass.
You walked out. So
Yes, after.
I'd
the
like
fact
to
that
have
you
a
grabbed me.
conversation. I don't know if your attorney is the same as the city attorney. Sometimes I notice that police departments have different attorneys, different law firms. So we can figure out how to have some discourse when we go over because unfortunately, Sergeant Stewart, you don't trump the Supreme Judicial Court.
I never said I did.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that's where we're gonna have to figure this out because doors open, not marked, no trespass. Okay, so for you
You
to
came wherever you came from just to make it a point about a door that's not marked in California.
no, we came in to take pictures. We saw him coming in with pizza. We told him to enjoy the pizza. We weren't mean to him when he came in.
Well, no one said you were me, but you can't go into private offices, and that's all.
Okay.
That was the only issue I had with you walking in someone's office.
Okay, man, but you know
Somebody's
what?
working in there,
I
and you're
actually don't
disrupting their work. For what? To make a video?
They
Call cops
work.
pigs?
They serve. No, pig is not indicative of police officer.
Well, that's what
I have
she
not.
believes.
No, she's calling you a pig. That's indicative of a person.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I have no reason to believe that Lieutenant Hayes is a pig. He's not treated me in a feral fashion.
Also, I'm using my
okay.
free speech to exercise my rights and let you know that you are
I'm
an
not saying you
ignorant
can't.
pig.
You can call me all you want. What I'm
Okay,
saying
well,
is,
you seem to take a huge offense to
I'm
my
not taking
free
offense
speech.
at all. What I take
So
offense
sorry.
with is your misunderstanding
I think
of my
that's the
private
goal,
space.
right?
No, the
We're-
goal
we're
is
trying
to
get a rise
express
out of
my
people.
opinion.
No, of course not.
He
Trying to get
touched me
people upset.
unlawfully, sir.
Again.
And you're not.
Because
You're
you're
none of
walking
you are
into spaces
sirs.
that you know you probably shouldn't
He
be
probably
That's not-
in,
beats his wife
trying to
at
get a
home,
rise.
But that's
thinking
not-
that okay to touch a woman
Lieutenant,
like
that's not true. So in my experience,
Let's not,
In my
let's
ex-
not make assumptions
So at
on
that point, he has every right to
in my experience, like I said, I've been to a lot of city halls, right? I've never seen that. So that would not be something that's of
Let
public
me ask you,
assumption.
What business do you have in the city
No, I do know
clerk's
why. I'm just,
office
at this point,
if
I
you're
already
talking
told
to him
you.
about
At this
pizza?
point, I'm no longer speaking.
Because he was walking out with pizza as we came in, so I
Okay,
wanted.
so you just walk into a private office because you see a guy walking out
No,
with
we
pizza?
were over there. You're not.
Right, so.
Right.
Why?
We came in to take some pictures,
Of
and then
what?
he walked in with out with pizza, and we
What
were
were
pretty
you
nice
taking
to him.
pictures of?
Just anything we can see in public, man.
Then go for
Why?
it.
Because we have the right to.
We were going
Right.
for it.
We have the right to do it.
We're pushing the issue to
It's
try
not
and
pushing
get
the issue. That's
someone like
No.
us.
like
to get a rise out of
you've not done anything wrong. What do you mean like us?
Right, because that's what you,
Us pigs.
we have these people.
I didn't
we
call
have
you a
people
pig.
Similar to you guys.
I didn't call you a
come
pig.
in all the
And I
time
know- and I did
with their
not.
cameras.
See,
and
then
start
maybe
arguments and
maybe that's a
start-
predisposition because I'm not arguing with you.
Like you said, you have freedom of speech.
As far as this is
She's calling
concerned,
people names. She's
I'm
being
allowed to.
argumentative.
She
He
just-
touched
on
me.
the basis of my First Amendment right, I can say whatever I want
I can.
and say offensive things and try and get a rise out of people.
He just told me he was
That's
going
not
to
right.
arrest me.
Let me
and
ask you a
grabbed my
question.
arm.
Would
I'm
you-
allowed to say
whether
whatever
it's
I want.
legal or not doesn't mean.
Let me ask you a question.
it's
Would you-
wrong.
So you got butthurt.
would you believe?
Y'all
I didn't
got
get into
butthurt.
it. No.
Would you? But would
Why?
Lieutenant? Let me ask you a question.
Actually entertaining.
Because you're rude.
No, because I can't.
You're
She
rude.
can be if she wants to.
Right.
Let me ask you a question.
She's calling people
do you
a
think
pig
Hey,
when
sir,
she's
you
the
know
one
what?
being rude.
This
Do
is
you
all public.
think-
Let's step out here until the chief gets back.
do you think that I have
Video
police
all I
officers that are friends?
Probably.
Do you think I have police officers that are family?
Come on, let's go over
Okay.
there.
Do you
Be there,
think
apparently,
they
for
think
fun.
that my? Do you think they'd be friends with me if they think that my goal is to go out and just demean people for no reasons? No, because it all depends on how someone acts. I've not been rude to you whatsoever because you've been nothing but professional to me. I've been rude to Sergeant Stewart because of the way that he approached me. I just match energy. I am going to stand my ground. And with what happened, we can have a conversation, right? Hey, ma'am, you know what? I understand maybe you might think that this is public. It's actually private. I don't want it to be after something where maybe we could talk about arrest. Would you mind stepping out? Then someone's reasonable. When you go in, you grab her and say, I'm going to
Just
arrest
like
you.
that.
You have to step out. That's the first impression. Our first impression, this is my first impression with you. So I have no reason to try and treat you like shit.
And I'm sorry, but not sorry. Your officers that work underneath you just said that they were enjoying themselves and having fun and being entertained at our expense.
I said that actually, no one else did.
And they agree. Yeah, that's right.
Hey guys, we got this. You guys want to just go?
You're 10-8. You're 10-8, man. You're 10-8.
Mike, Stivers, go ahead.
Guys, go.
We'll wait till.
I don't want to put you on the complaint, man.
People he's grabbed and touched before he arrests them or tells them that they're trespassing. And a
How many
doesn't
public
also-
buildings do you have in the city of California City? I want to have a conversation with you. I do. That's why I'm not yelling at you right now.
I've seen all these videos. You do not want to
See,
have a conversation.
what you see of other people, that's like we shouldn't be prejudiced
Same thing
against
as her told
all
me-
police.
I'm sorry, I'm a wife beater and a pig, right? So apparently she thinks that of all people
You
like me.
just grabbed me unlawfully.
She didn't have a problem with him.
Okay.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you. You're
No,
not
you're
making
not.
this any.
You're
If
not
I
trying to
wasn't,
have
I'd be
a
screaming in your
conversation.
face.
Can we come back in here so we're not, there's people working out here and we don't want to.
Yes, I will respectfully do that because
We
I
don't
don't
wanna-
want to disturb other people's work.
Thank
That's
you,
not why I
appreciate
was
that.
in here.
Appreciate that.
So is there something gonna be done about this officer that decides to put his hands on people before any type of any?
Well, Chief is back. Chief, go ahead. Tell us what your feedback is, Chief, and we won't interrupt. The floor is yours. You've been kind enough to.
Okay, so I got
Thank you for
the,
having a conversation with us.
yeah, so I got the other side of the story I got your guys, I got their side. So here's basically what's happening. That door should be identified and it's not. That's a mistake on the city. That's gonna be rectified.
All right, thank you for correcting
So-
that.
It's all good. But I would ask that if an officer just asked you to leave an office, that you guys would respect it, and then we could deal with it like we're dealing with it now.
Chief, you're absolutely right, and I was just explaining to the lieutenant, excuse me, the bars, my eyes are up. is that I don't want the conception to be here that we hate police. I have police in
No,
my family, I have
we
police in
know
my
what you
friends.
guys are doing.
It's
That's
just,
fine.
it's the approach, right? Like, if I can guarantee you, he's been doing it a long time. If LT comes into the office and says, hey guys, listen, we can figure out for this for debate later. There's a city attorney for issues like this. Chief is on his way. Let's step out and have a conversation until he gets here. We're not saying you can't do it. I just don't want you to have to go to jail. Conversation like that, then, I mean, we have a non-issue, and then I'm speaking just because I've not been rude to any of the officers, except he comes in, grabs her by the arm, and he's telling her that she's going to be arrested. I'm just trying to explain, as we've kind of figured out here together, that Supreme Court has ruled that if it's an open egress, component 1, that's not been clearly marked as no trespassing, unauthorized access number 2, or it's a flowing, I forget the word, a free-flowing egress, it's something like that. Which you would think there's arrows pointing to the door, there's no signage, it's open, and the office is open, so I thought that it was an extension of here, right? So that's what I'm trying to explain. So understanding that in that aspect of understanding trespassing, we're right? So when he comes in and starts putting hands on when we know we're right, now what do? Do we stand our ground because we know we're right and we let him keep assaulting her? Or do we forcefully allow ourselves to be vacated from a place that we have every legal ability to be
And it
in
was assault.
because we don't want to get put in handcuffs?
No, I get it, but I think there's a third option, and that's politely step outside of that door.
The third option comes with a chief like you and a lieutenant like, and I'm not here to like pit one against the other because the video is going to be public. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is, forget being a police officer. You guys take off the uniform. You're the same as I am. You're people at the end of the day. That's why I take what I do very seriously. And I was nice when I first came in here because I think it's important that other folks don't give us a bad name and we allow the person wearing the badge to show who they are. That's why I have friends that are cops. If I was a complete asshole to everyone with a badge, I'd be a shitty person anyways, but that energy needs to be matched. For that to have happened, we would have had to meet Lieutenant first, or meet you first, not him first.
And I'm going to let you know right now, Hightower, I did not, pig, yes, of course, that's my free speech, but I don't typically go up to somebody and call them a pig. Did not address him as a pig or a hog or anything like that till he decided to forcefully grab my arm and try and drag me out of the building or out of that, at least out of that door before trespassing, before arrest, anything like that. He grabs me as if that's okay. He didn't do it to him.
And I want to prove something to you. I'm going to shut my...
Here, and I'm showing him where I grew up and the fact that I was just assaulted by essentially one of my own, except the only thing that's separating us is the fact that he's wearing a badge, all because I'm walking freely in a public building is absolutely unacceptable. And because I'm stereotyped as a YouTuber or a TikToker or something like that, I don't get the same respect as somebody else.
Okay, so can I pose a question to you? So you grew up here?
That's what I said, yes.
Okay, so if you grew up here, then you would have known that that is not accessible.
That is
to the
public, yes, it is public, right there. So it has an arrow. Until it's stated that it's not,
Okay,
it is public.
I'm not gonna debate, again, argue with it, but what can we do right now to help?
I think to move forward with you already answered our questions. Sergeant made a mistake. They made a mistake. It should have been marked. It wasn't. We figured that out. The horse is dead. There's no reason to beat it. I think that's spinning circles. What I would like to do at this point, I think, as you're aware, you are the chief. Do you have IAB or do you oversee complaints that come in?
I do. I oversee them.
You do the complaints. Do you also do body cam footage, records requests, stuff like that? Does that go to you? So it's on video. So because things are so tense right now and she's upset, would you accept a verbal complaint against the officer, or I can give you my email address and you can follow up with me that way in lieu of a written complaint? And can I put in a request to you? I can write it on the back of a piece of paper or something for his body cam footage.
Okay, so I'm gonna defer that to the lieutenant. He's gonna take, so all the IAs gotta go through the chain. So it can't just start with me because I'm the ultimate decision maker, right?
But you're okay with a verbal, formal
Yeah, he's
complaint?
gonna take your information and then you guys can get together. If you guys wanna exchange video, that's fine too. That would help us or help him. You need paper?
Unfortunately, I didn't anticipate getting grabbed, so I don't know if I got the initial grab on camera, because I didn't anticipate that he was gonna grab me like that without being threatened with a.
I got it. I got it on camera. No, there's no pens back here. See, and just fair to say, just to make a point, there's a gate right here. Yeah. I would know better than to walk. There's some sort of barrier telling me that I probably shouldn't go up there. You know what I mean? Like,
We were taking pictures of
I just needed, I got
inside.
a pad, I just needed a pen.
Oh, I got a pen in my pocket.
thought I did.
So regarding the records request, I would ask that you go over and talk to the records clerk, and then that way she can get that going for you.
At the station?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they available on your website as well?
The website is kind of spotty right now, so the city's in the process of upgrading it and getting it done. Your best
right.
course is just to walk over there, and then, actually, she's gone at 4 o'clock. But
We can come back. We can come back tomorrow.
Yeah, so
We can
she'll
come
be
back
there.
tomorrow.
She's there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Her name's Raquel. You can talk to her, fill out the form that you need, tell her what it is that you want, the date and the time, and then she can get that for you.
Sounds
Thank you for
good.
being professional. Now, moving forward, once you review everything, will you tell me if there's even a possibility that you would pursue doing something?
So what you're privy to as far as complaints goes is you're privy to the outcome of what
Okay.
happened, whether it was founded.
We can't see his
unfounded, or not.
disciplinary jacket because it's considered unwarranted invasion of privacy. We can only know the sustained,
What the
sustained or
outcome is
denied.
of what you decided to do?
Yeah.
Right, that's fine. I just, and, you know, obviously you have to review anything, so I'm not expecting what the answer is gonna be right now. That's absolutely unacceptable. If there's gonna be a trespass, which he was arresting me before the trespass, is very confusing. If there's gonna be a trespass or an arrest,
As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing criminal pending right now.
well, no, there wasn't. Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's what she's saying. She was just
He
saying
grabbed
like,
me
Oh,
before any
Before-
trespass, threatens of trespass or arrest, he grabbed me.
because what she's saying is when you come over and you say you're trespassing while you're grabbing someone, there's no
grabbed me first.
We understand that there was a better way to have handled that, but I think that part and parcel of that understanding is because he had a understanding of who we were, who we thought we were, who thought what we were, and you know maybe he's been serving this town for a long time, and he felt like it was his place to step up. So I just think that you know obviously you're gonna do your investigation, and pending the investigation, there'll be certain training that takes place if you find that it's sustained, or if it's not, you'll let us know. We'll make sure we give you an email address to reach back out to us at.
Yep, so he's gonna take your info. I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate it. Hands sweaty because I've been holding onto this thing. Thank you.
All right, Justin.
Appreciate it, Chief. Thank you.
All right. So,
So not to be rude beforehand, what I'm going to give you is my email address.
Okay.
And Good Citizen, I don't want you to be like, oh, we're going to go down this road. I let you know
I've been down
beforehand.
many roads.
I'm not being rude.
No,
See,
it's
like,
good.
are we a little bit different people than
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you thought we were when you came in?
I make no assumptions.
Respect
No,
is met with respect.
let's
That's
say-
what I always say.
What's the email address?
THE
THE
AFA
AFA
crew CREW
CREW.
at gmail.com.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know if you'd be willing to do this, because I really do want to try and bridge some gaps here, and I'm not convinced that he's a piece of shit. I'm convinced that he thought he was in a corner that he should have made a better decision in. I don't know if you're willing. If he's willing to apologize, would you be willing to not pursue a complaint?
Absolutely not. He grabbed me.
Okay.
That wasn't even like a guide, nothing.
All right. I just
grabbed
sometimes
me
I like
before
to
arrest.
throw it out there. Okay. So we just like to file a complaint against Sergeant Stewart for his aggressive actions, for his physical manipulation of her person, and for attempting to forcefully take custody of her and trespass her from an office that at this point we've understood was not marked as private and at the time was public.
It would be nice to get an apology. That absolutely would do a world of difference, especially for where he's gonna be posting that.
Okay.
But the complaint I would like to pursue, because I don't want him thinking that this is okay to do to somebody else. If there's no lesson learned, he'll do it again.
Okay. You said your name was, what was your name?
I gave him my name because he had a nice cordial conversation with me. I haven't really had a conversation with you, so,
I need your information
because I'm
for
the
the
complainant.
complaint. Yes.
Okay, Anna.
Actually, just so you know,
2 N's or 1?
You can fill out a complaint without any personal details, as long as the police can confirm that you're the complaining party, which is part of the reason I didn't want to turn it on paper. So you can give him your name as Anna, last name can be Citizen, and then he already has our email address, so he has a way to contact us. That's really the only information if you don't want to give any more that you need to provide. Even
Well, I
for
mean, I already gave them my names, so they were gonna write it
even
down
for a
anyway.
complaint.
I'd heard what you said, but for some reason Ashley stuck in my head, so anyways.
Sorry.
All right. So Anna, all you want to give me?
Yes.
Okay. And I
I
have
just
your,
got assaulted. I mean, I've given,
I got you.
you know,
Understand.
city employees and officers my name before who've met me with respect. I feel completely violated. I can still feel his fingers on my arm, and he's
Yeah,
walked away.
we're a
from
very
me.
different type of people. Thank you. If you look at my channel, the last 3 videos that we posted are us like hanging out and having a good time with cops. Yeah, I'm gonna let you find out, man. You're gonna
find out.
You're gonna make me search for it?
No, you're gonna find out.
They're gonna call.
They're gonna. But just so you know, we do ask that people, if they feel to redress their grievances, they do not call business or 911 or emergency
don't
lines,
have them do that.
because my channel is so big that if they were to do that, that's the only thing that you'd be doing.
Don't
So.
want to redress with this.
And we don't put like phone numbers or addresses either. We just let them know the name of the departments. If they want to reach out on their own, that's on them.
And there's probably going to be a couple compliments as well, because Hightower and you yourself seem to be doing the right thing on the follow-up.
Listen, I met a lot of cops. I understand the thought process,
Well,
but I just
not an
don't
excuse,
understand the
but
execution.
I think the initial call we got was that there were 2 subjects in the office refusing to leave after being asked to leave.
Well, I mean, somewhat accurate. I mean, somewhat accurate in the sense that we went in, I went in, and then I looked around before, she wasn't in there when I got in there. And then she went by me, she grabbed my elbow, and then I'm walking around, and then she's in there. And they did say, well, this is a private office. You guys can't be in here. The conversation that took place until you got here was, this isn't a private, like, before we go indoors, we look. And then the office immediately to the right has a very clear sign that says we can't go in there. So, I mean, obviously they've had this conversation, who they want going where. So it made sense that,
Right.
you know, obviously.
What's that? Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I appreciate you having a conversation. I know it got off to a rough start.
And it did because of the fact that I was grabbed unlawfully. That's,
There are a lot of feelings involved.
yeah, well, nobody should be touched without their consent when they haven't done anything wrong. And at that point, I had not done anything wrong.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not a cop. All right. I didn't go to law school. I think that it's probably understandable that I have a very good handle on what I'm talking about, just because I do this for a living and I do a lot of research. I'm always on the phone with attorneys, but we want to bridge gaps at the end of this. Like a conversation that these people are never going to know about. Right. A conversation these people are never going to know about took place off camera. Which is probably a conversation that you're kind of surprised to hear. At the end of the day, we got to meet in the middle, right? And this, as a country, I mean, like, I love where I'm from. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've got killed the past couple of years, and it's tough for everybody. At some point, you know, badges, not badges, convicts, cops, none of that shit mattered. We're all people. And we'd like to get to a point where we're having that type of conversation again, which is a majority of the videos that I have on my channel. We'd like to try and limit stuff like that. And if stuff like that does happen, you know, that's the shit. I can have this great conversation with you, and people are going to see that you're not telling me to go fuck myself, and I'm not telling you to go fuck yourself, and they're either going to rewind to him or fast forward to the next one.
Right.
But that doesn't have to happen again, and we would just like to, you know, you to keep us abreast of the situation as to how things develop. Okay. And I do thank you. I will tell. My name is Josh, so out of courtesy for your professionalism, I will give you my name, and they're going to get a sign on that door.
Yeah, I think that they've addressed that yeah, it's an issue that needs to be handled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Do you think Sergeant was Stewart? Do you think Sergeant Stewart would like to admit that he was wrong?
I don't know.
It'd be
I'm gonna have that
absolutely nice
conversation
to
with
get
him.
an apology.
If he's still here, if he'd like to shake hands and admit that he was wrong, then I mean, I don't just cut out this good shit. You'll notice that this video is 41 minutes, And that's how long this video is going to be on my channel. And I will absolutely, if he'd like to admit that he was wrong, put it on the front of my video and explain that everyone makes mistakes. I've made a ton of them. If I didn't get 99 different chances in my life, then
Right.
I'd be screwed.
Right.
But if he's gone, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
All right.
I'll talk with him, and if we can make that arrangement, we'll do that.
That'd be great.
That's fine. Thank you, LT. I
It would
appreciate
definitely
it.
bridge some gaps.
Yeah, sure. All right, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for not arresting me unlawfully. I really appreciate it. I did not want to be arrested. No one does.
No one wants to be.
No one does.
Oh, is the mayor in today? I'm assuming not.
No, the mayor.
Do we have a business card for the mayor?
For the mayor?
No.
No.
No business card for the mayor?
Is there a
Like an
mayor's
email address?
specific
If you could just write an email address, yeah, I'd like to shoot him an email.
or
That'd be
like a
great.
specific line to reach the mayor?
How are
on?
you, young lady?
Doing great. How you doing?
All right.
It's good to see you again.
I know, right? Good to see you.
Did you see him with the pizza? Did you come in for the
didn't
pizza? Oh my god.
That's what I was saying. We started off so nice. He had a
What was
pizza.
the pizza about?
I don't know, but it.
Somebody brought 6 large things of Costco pizza for us.
Nice.
But there's not that many employees here, so.
Right. Yeah, that's a
Told
lot
him,
of
have a
pizza.
great day.
It was a lot. Of
Enjoy your pizza. Like, you know, that's someone like that had a problem. Be like, oh, that's how you're wasting your time eating pizza. Like, no, like, you know, there's hopefully there's a learning curve from this.
There always is.
You know.
From everything, right?
We don't have an email, but we do have a phone number.
That's fine. That'll work.
Thank you.
The mayor doesn't have, isn't there like a general mayor email?
Right. That sounds.
Well, no. When you look on the city website, it just gives us a phone number.
Oh, probably because spam and all that. You never know if something important's going to go into the spam file.
Is he part-time mayor? Is he part-time or is he full staff?
I think he's full-time mayor.
Is he?
He does a lot of work from home.
I'm
And
not
his
sure.
information is on
perfect.
the City of California City website as well.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll try and have a better day.
All right, LT.
You heading this way?
We're headed right out after you, yeah?
Pretty sure someone's already run my plates anyway. So unfortunate, like I said.
I guess it's a good thing I don't have like warrants and I'm not out breaking the law, huh?
Right. And I mean, like, and that's what I was
Look,
saying.
Lieutenant, you created a rainbow.
Beautiful.
Look at that, see?
Did I or did we?
I think we did it together.
We did.
I'm feeling too much love.
LT, no, seriously, have a good day, man.